All right. Hello. Hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 3553. Today's date is August 24, 2025. It's been almost like a night at 10 p.m. Exactly 10 p.m. All right. We'd spin directly jump into the question. All right. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Question is, I believe I deserve to be wealthy because. Oh, that's a really good question. Okay, yeah. So, what exactly is this question? Its question is actually about that, if you are think that the whoever the person that you wanted to be, why? Okay, yeah, I made it kind of like a something even more little bit complicated. Okay, yeah, but it's very easy to understand that I believe I deserve to be wealthy because of what, a kind of like a some reason or stuff like that. So I am kind of like as we understand this question step by step to what exactly it means and what exactly I will gonna give the answer. Okay, first of all, let's just understand. First of all, wealthy. Okay, yeah. In this question, they mention that I deserve to be wealthy. Do I want that I want it to be like a do I deserve that I want it to be wealthy? In the future, if I became wealthy, so like a do you deserve to be wealthy or not? Um okay, deserve is a kind of like it's only very big word. Okay, yeah. Let's just do you want to be wealthy or not? Yes, I want to be wealthy. Yeah. So question is that key what why you wanted to why you kind of like a like a why are you making this question so much complicated? It's a very easy, it's not really that kind of like a okay, yeah. So first of all is that what is actually wealthy, what I think that this is kind of like a only wealthy and that. Okay, yeah. For me, I consider wealthy means like that combination of multiple things. What is that? um Being rich and being wealthy, I think this is a two different term. Okay, yeah. Being rich means like that having lot of amount of money, that is called rich. Okay, yeah. Like Elon Musk is a kind of like a semi rich person, but Elon Musk is not a wealthy person. Okay, yeah. Like this is my opinion, by the way. Okay, yeah. But why you are saying this that Elon Musk is rich person but Elon Musk is not wealthy person? I think that na ki wealthy means very different thing. It's not just kind of like a something define that how much money do you have. It define that ki not only you have money but as well as do you have respect about you, or someone have kind of like a respect about you. Another thing is that ki love, like a do you love somebody or somebody loves you and things like that. Okay, a relationship, how good is your relationship? Because relationship matters. We are human world, and we are social animal. Okay, and in the social animal we need to kind of like relate with somebody, someone girlfriend, someone husband, wife, whatever it is, relation. Okay, yeah. Then purpose. Okay, yeah. Do you have a purpose or not? So why I'm saying that Elon Musk is not wealthy, does he have a lot of amount of money? Yes, he has. Does he has respect? Respect means like that ki does everyone look at Elon Musk respectfully or not? Obviously everyone look Elon Musk as a respectfully. Okay, right. Does he have kind of like a good relation with his personal and things like that? No, because he probably mentioned in multiple interviews that his relation with his wife, his kids is really not that good. Okay, yeah. Then purpose. Does Elon Musk have purpose? Yes, he has. Elon Musk has a purpose, not just to become a rich person, but basically is this thing that he wanted to colonize the Mars. Okay, yeah, with SpaceX and things like that. With kind of like the Tesla car, he wanted to revolutionize the automobile sector. Okay, yeah. So yes, Elon Musk has a kind of like a purpose, right? Yeah. So why I'm saying that Elon Musk is not wealthy? I think that um, his professional life is really good. Okay, yeah, but his personal life is really not that good, because I kind of like a simply like a listen his interviews and stuff like that. He mentioned that he doesn't really have good relationship with his partner, nothing really at all, as well as he doesn't really have good relationship with a like a colleague, okay, yeah, or employee or things like that, nothing really at all. So probably is this thing that regarding about, if I'm giving like a 10 out of 10 mark, so probably regarding about rich, 10 out of 10, regarding about respect, 10 out of 10, like everyone respect him. So yes, regarding about purpose, 10 out of 10, yes, he has purpose, yes. Does he have good relationship? No, 10 out of 5. Does he have kind of like a something like a love and things like that, like he is kind of like a somebody living for somebody, or kind of like a something love is really matter, okay? Does he love somebody, or somebody loves him, or kind of like a somebody is this thing? Love is a very personal thing, right? Yeah, I'm talking about love as a personal thing. So regarding about the interview that I heard, he mentioned that he doesn't really have that much good relationship. That means he doesn't really like he's like basically it's this thing ki love is a kind of like a some very um critical subject, okay, yeah. Because if I think that the regarding about love department, he is not really good in that, but might be the definition of love from his point of perspective might be different, or your point of perspective might be very different too, okay, yeah. But still is this thing that the way that he lives, like the way that he kind of like somebody loves somebody is a very like very something, I don't know how do I supposed to say, because he married with a multiple women, okay, yeah. And when you married with a multiple women, then probably is this thing that you are not married for that woman, you are just married because of she looks really good and things and that, and after some sort of time she doesn't really look good, or kind of like somebody that like basically is the same. What is actually love? Love means not just kind of like somebody you love somebody because how she looks and how she interacts or things like that. Is because of that are you willing to spend entire life with that particular person, like is kind of, is that particular person is really good or not good, whatever it is, are you kind of like accept this thing, okay, yeah. What I'm trying to tell you is this thing: the people who are kind of like simply build their relationship till the end of the lifetime, like a till the end of lifetime, they are kind of like simply have love. And I've seen so many couple who are kind of like simply so much old age, they are kind of like something really good have kind of like a something relation, so I might give them 10 out of 10, okay, yeah. But regarding about this perspective, I'm not kind of like a giving Elon Musk as a 10 out of 10, I'm gonna give you 10 out of 5. So if I'm kind of like a look at the chart, okay, yeah. So rich, respect and purpose, he gets full out of full mark. But regarding about love and relationship, he's getting almost like a half mark. So regarding about my perspective, also it's my perspective, might be I'm kind of like completely wrong, but this is my perspective that yes, Elon Musk is a rich person, but Elon Musk is not a wealthy person, okay, yeah. Wealthy defines multiple things: rich, respect, um rich, respect, then purpose, then kind of like a relationship and love, okay, yeah. These are kind of like a factor, are kind of like a something attached, then it became kind of like a something wealthy person, okay, yeah. So do I want to be wealthy? Yes, I want to be a wealthy person, all right, yeah. Now is this thing that um like a why, okay, yeah. Like why means like that like why do you deserve that you wanted to become a wealthy, like why do you deserve that you wealthy? um deserve, yes, right now I have to be, do I deserve any kind of like some good thing that happened in my life? um well, first of all is that na ki if I'm saying that ki do I deserve this thing or not, it's a kind of like a some statement that you are try to tell. It's a okay, okay, it's a very kind of like I'm trying to explain this thing. It's a very different, but okay, yeah. So let's just imagine that ki um that ki like uh okay, yeah, you are in office, okay, yeah, and you are actually working in particular office, okay. There is almost like a 20 people, okay, who is actually working in office, okay, yeah. Now what is actually happened that ki in some day promotion happened, everyone got promoted, you didn't really get promotion, okay, yeah. So you don't really get the promotion, so you are getting little less salary, okay. Means like that your salary is not changed, but everyone are actually earning more salary, okay, yeah. So you are actually asking this question to yourself that ki, am I not deserving this promotion? Like I put the effort and everything, but I still didn't really get the promotion. Okay, so do I not deserve this thing? So when you kind of like saying this thing, you are kind of like somebody. If you are kind of like explaining that why I'm deserve, that means you are kind of like somebody try to explain that what I did. I did this, I did that, I did that, I did that, I did that. Okay, and when you are try to say this thing that ki I did this thing, so that's why I deserve this thing. I did this thing, that's why I deserve this thing. So that means kind of like something that ki you are kind of like something limit yourself to kind of like something limit yourself to kind of like how do you say limit? Okay, what is actually meaning of limit? Okay, right now like basically this question is really good. I wanted to kind of like something give the proper answer, but right now I am kind of like thinking about something else, and it's a very kind of like this question is really good, okay, yeah. Right now my mind is not really stable, okay. I'm thinking about something else, I'm kind of like telling about something else, so probably okay, it's not really align everything, okay. Okay, let me align myself, okay. Okay, first, so okay, so all the 19 people got promoted. This one person didn't really get promotion. Okay, yeah. So this one person didn't really get the promotion. He was kind of like a mention this thing that ki I did this thing, I did that thing, so that's why I deserve this thing. Yeah, like basically he was kind of like saying I did this thing, I did that, I did that. Okay, yeah. So when you kind of like say this thing, you are kind of like somebody emphasize yourself more than other, okay. Because in that particular statement you are kind of like saying this thing that ki I am did this thing, I am did this thing. So that means you are kind of like emphasizing yourself more, and when you are kind of like emphasize yourself more, you are kind of like not seeing, like you are seeing other less, okay, yeah. Okay, what is exactly is this thing? If you still not really understand, let me explain even more better, okay, yeah. Let's just say that ki um, okay, simple example, okay, yeah. Let's just say imagine you are in the ground, okay, yeah, and there are almost like a 5 people, okay, yeah. You are also including those 5 people, okay, yeah. Now basically is this thing that ki if you dig the hole for 5 feet, you will get 500 rupees, okay, yeah. But if you dig the hole 7 feet, you get 1000 rupees, okay, yeah, right. So if you, like a simple example, if you dig the hole for 5 feet, you will get 500 rupees. If you dig the hole for 7 feet, that means 7 or 7 more than that, okay, yeah, you will get 1000 rupees, okay, yeah. And if you dig even more, like basically 10 feet, then you will get directly 2000 rupees, okay, yeah. So this is what it is, scale chart, okay, yeah. Now what is actually happened that everyone is started digging the hole at the same time, okay, yeah. They have kind of like a somebody entire day to do kind of like a dig the hole. So everyone actually digging the hole, they have started digging the hole at almost like a 11 a.m, okay, yeah. and basically after the 5 p.m, like basically this thing, they have almost like a 6 hour. Within a 6 hour they have to dig the hole. Okay, yeah. Now some people is actually kind of like simply dig the hole for 5 feet. Some people dig the hole for 4.5 feet. Some people dig the hole for 7 feet. Some people dig the hole for 8 feet. Some people dig the hole for 10 feet. Okay, yeah. So regarding about the stuff that I mentioned, the people who kind of like dig the hole for 5 feet, they will get 500 rupees. So that means the person who didn't really dig the hole for 5 feet, like he just dig the hole for 5.7, sorry, 4.7, so he's eliminated. Means he will not gonna earn any kind of like some money. Okay, yeah, right. But other people dig the hole. So the person who dig the hole get 500 rupees, someone get like basically 800 rupees or something like that. But only person who didn't really dig the hole, he only dig the hole 4.7 feet. Okay, yeah. Like basically almost like a 0.3 feet, he just dig the hole, he might get 500 rupees, but he didn't really get it. Okay, yeah. So he was actually asking this question that, okay, do I not deserve this thing? Okay, yeah. Like basically I just like only just 0.3 feet I didn't really dig it, so that's why I didn't really get any kind of like assembly money. So do I not deserve this thing? Okay, yeah. So if you are kind of like saying this thing, then you have probably have an answer that you don't really dig the hole. Like the first thing that I mentioned, that you have to dig the hole for 5 feet, but you didn't dig the hole for 5 feet, so that's why you eliminated. Okay, yeah. Now regarding about example, you what exactly you are kind of like understand. You understand the one person didn't really earn any kind of like assembly money, but everyone is actually earn very different amount of money, like 500, 700, some thousand, someone 2000 rupees. Okay, yeah. So basically is this thing that if I went to that particular person who didn't really earn money and kind of like say that, do you deserve this thing, like do you deserve this thing or not, he will gonna say yes, I deserve this thing because I dig the hole and things like that. Okay, yeah, I put the lot of effort and things and that, but still didn't really meet the expectation, but still I dig the hole and stuff like that. So he was kind of like a mention. So what I'm trying to tell you is this thing, we know that this person didn't really dig the hole for 5 feet. Okay, yeah, so that's why he was not earning any money. But from his point of perspective, he was saying, I dig the hole for 4.7 feet. Okay, yeah, 4.74. So basically he was kind of like saying this thing that he put effort into this thing. Okay. And also let me tell you one thing, when we are put effort, we think that we are putting effort so much more, but in reality you are not putting that much effort because you dig the hole for 4.7 feet, right? Yeah. So that means the person who kind of like dig the hole for 10 feet, who that particular person put so much effort in his work, so that's why he dig the hole for 10 feet. Okay, yeah. But the person who thinks he put a lot of effort, but he didn't really meet that expectation, but his point of perspective, he says that no, I put the effort, I think and that. So this is what kind of like assembly is this thing. So what I'm trying to tell you is this thing, when you say that I did this thing, so that's why I deserve, I did this thing, so that's why I deserve this, I did this thing, that's why I deserve this thing, when that particular person says that particular stuff, it kind of like somebody mentioned that he is blind and he just only thinking about his effort, only his effort. Okay, yeah, but in reality, no, that is not. Okay, the effort that he is putting, I'm not saying he didn't really put the effort, he put the effort, but his effort is little less. Okay, his effort is little less. Okay, yeah. Now how this question is actually associated with me, like how this question, like the question says that if you are wealthy person, then do you deserve this thing or not? Okay, yeah. So if I'm gonna say this thing, yes, I definitely deserve, I kind of like wanted to this thing, I wanted to make this application, I wanted to build this, and I would do that and that and that and that and that. Okay, yeah. So if I'm gonna saying this thing that I will gonna do this thing, I will gonna do better and stuff like that. Okay, so that means I am kind of like simply trying myself that I did this thing and that thing, and it kind of like a something make me blind regarding about the effort that other people are doing. I'm kind of like a looking at only my effort, and that is completely wrong. Okay, yeah. Because let me tell you one thing. Now, this question is kind of like a try to kind of like a tell you that key you have to be kind of like a something think about yourself, and kind of like a something how much effort that you did, and how much kind of like a something that key, yeah. But in reality this is not okay, yeah, because I understand that ki if I'm gonna say this thing, I did this thing, so that's why I deserve this thing. If I'm kind of like a try to give explain to you regarding about stuff and stuff it actually happened with me and stuff like that, try to tell my sad story. Okay, by the way, I already tell so many sad story regarding about my life and stuff like that, but it just thinks that if I purposefully saying this thing, then probably it's not right. Okay, yeah, it is something that na ki it make me blind regarding about the effort that I'm doing. Like it's blind that I'm also always thinking that ki only I am kind of like a putting the effort, no one put the effort, and that is completely false statement. Yeah, because everyone is actually putting the effort. Everyone, we are not living in such a world where kind of like a something the success is kind of like a meant for such a people who are kind of like a somebody born with somebody or stuff and stuff like that. No, that is not, that is definitely not. Okay, yeah, we are living in this world where kind of like a somebody everyone gets the opportunity, and when everyone gets the opportunity, that means their success is actually determined by the how much effort that they put, and that's it. Okay, yeah. So regarding about this question, okay, do you deserve to being wealthy, or do you deserve to be being wealthy or not? Now, I think that na ki if I'm trying to give the proper answer regarding about this question, okay, yeah, am I deserve to be wealthy or not? I think I'm not really sure. Okay, yeah, because I think that na ki the life that we are living, the only thing we could control is that ki how do we supposed to live our life. Okay, yeah, and basically is this thing that being wealthy is not sure that ki is right or wrong. I think that na ki life is a kind of like a simply combination of multiple experience, good and bad and stuff, and wrong and right and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, and basically this is thing, if I'm kind of like considered to be wealthy, that means everything is right. That is also not true, by the way, because life is always messed up. Things might be something always wrong or something right or something, I don't know what exactly is this thing. It's a sometimes na, I just I will also kind of like confused regarding about stuff that I'm saying. I don't know somebody kind of like somebody understand this thing or not, but I think that na ki whatever. Okay, it's a probably is this thing na ki I think that ki we are exist in this, like if universes exist, and there is someone who actually kind of like create us and God and stuff like that, whatever it is. Okay, yeah, they have some sort of purpose of like basically if I born here on this planet or on here or whatever it is, I think I have purpose. Okay, yeah, and I have to be kind of like a fulfill that purpose. Okay, yeah, but it's not meant to be that key kind of like a something that key you are selected and things like that. No, nothing at all. Purpose is not meant to be kind of like a something being rich, being wealthy, being kind of like a something do something good for other people and things. No. Like basically if I'm say that the nature is a universe, is if the nature is a kind of like a God or who creates everything and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, what is exactly the nature's purpose? Like what is exactly kind of like a something like a how a reason, like what is exactly like a they let me born here, what is exactly that? A kind of like a simply expand the human species to grow even more better. Okay, yeah, so that's why we kind of like a reproduce, that's why we kind of like a simply survive and things like that. Okay, because this is the only thing now, because at the beginning of the human exist, they do only two things: survive and reproduce. That's it. Okay, yeah. So I think this is a kind of like a nature purpose, to kind of like a nature's kind of like a giving us purpose, that ki survive yourself and make double or kind of like a reproduce. Okay, yeah. So this is what it is. Okay, yeah. Now regarding about this, the definition that we kind of like a simply invented, that being wealthy, being rich and things like that, it's a kind of like a simply something that ki destination for human, like basically we are actually create a some sort of kind of like a category of a kind of like simply how to get success. Because the basically is this thing na ki, if I'm saying the definition of success from nature point of perspective is that ki you have to be survive and you have to be reproduce. That's it. Okay, if you done those things, you are succeed. Okay, yeah. But in this world, if you are kind of like a survive and reproduce, it's not called as a success, it's called as a nothing. It just like maybe called as a failure too. Okay, because we are living in where we are living in such a world where we are not surviving. Okay, yeah, we need to be kind of like a something, the definition of the success is change. Okay, yeah. We need to do something much better in his life to kind of like achieve something much better and everything. Okay, so basically this thing, the definition of the success is kind of like a change according to the time, right? So what I'm trying to tell you, sometimes I don't know what I'm trying to tell you. It is like this topic is kind of like actually so confusing. It's not like this question is not confusing. Okay, yeah, question is not. I'm just kind of like giving you reason that why I'm not trying to give the answer. Because it just not like basically I don't really think that I have to give the answer, because if I'm trying to give the answer, like basically is this thing that ki, like if I'm say that ki am I deserve for this thing, like basically there are a lot of stuff happen. Like let's just imagine, okay, let's just kind of like figure it out. Like, oh yeah, okay, so in 2009, okay, yeah, when I was in the 12th standard, okay, I kind of like something wanted to be a engineer. Okay, yeah. I don't want it to be engineer. Is be like basically this thing. I wanted to kind of like something. Everyone actually chose the engineering, so I wanted to go to the engineering too. Okay, yeah. Now, if you go to the engineering, you need a kind of like a something marks. Okay, yeah. What is the marks? Okay, yeah. So basically, in the 12th standard means HSC board. HSC board is a kind of like a something. I'm not really sure what is actually the full form of HSC. Okay, yeah. Higher secondary standard, I don't know, yeah. But if you wanted to go to the engineering college, you need 300 out of more than 135. Okay, so what is actually 300? 300 means like that 300 marks. Okay, yeah. 100 marks for PCM, like basically physics, chemistry, maths, means like that maths gets 100 out of 100, chemistry gets 100 out of 100, physics get 100 out of 100, combine 300 marks. Okay, yeah. So if you wanted to go into the engineering college, you need 135 marks out of 300. Okay, yeah. So if you get more than 135 marks, that means you are eligible to go into the engineering college, right? Yeah. But I got 111 marks. Okay, so obviously I am not eligible person to go into the engineering college, right? But in that moment in 2009, in 2009, yeah, in 2009 or 2011, sorry, 2011, sorry, like I complete my 12th in 2011, not 2009. Okay, it's 2011. Okay, yeah. So in 2011 there is a new GR came. GR is a kind of like a some rule. Okay, yeah. That GR is kind of like a mention that the people who are belong to the SC ST category of the people, they are kind of like a go to the engineering college if they have more than 120 marks. Okay, yeah. So basically is this thing, the competition which is actually kind of like a simply 135 marks, it went down to 120 marks. Okay, yeah. So that means the people who are kind of like a something have 125 marks before this GR, they are not eligible to go into the engineering college. But because of this new GR came, because of this new rule came, they can go into the engineering college. Okay, yeah. But even after that rule, I still not went to the engineering college because I have 111 marks. Okay, yeah. So should I supposed to say that am I not deserve for this thing? Okay, yeah, like basically I just kind of like a skip for only 9 marks, na? Like because of the 9 marks, I didn't went to the engineering college, right? So so basically, is this saying, do I not deserve for this thing? This is the same example of the kind of like a some example that we kind of like a talk about the person, the 5 people I should dig the hole. Okay, yeah, the person who kind of like a dig the hole for 4.7 feet, does he not did effort? Obviously he did effort, but his effort is not valuable because he didn't really achieve that particular target. Same thing happened with me, that I didn't really achieve the kind of like a some significant amount of marks, so that's why I didn't really get it. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is this thing: if you are kind of like a some still thinking about, do I not deserve this thing, or like I did this thing so I did deserve, I did this thing I did deserve, and things and that, it kind of like a something try to limit you means like that it kind of like a something you are always stuck in the past, and you are always thinking that I did this thing so I have to be deserved, I did this thing and I have to be deserved, and stuff like that. When you are kind of like always stuck in the past, you are not focused on your future, you are not focusing on your future, that how do you supposed to make yourself a little bit better. Like if you make a mistakes, no problem at all, let's just focus on today, what should you supposed to do it better, and you just have to do it. Okay, yeah. So this is what it is. Like if you are kind of like always thinking about that am I deserve for things or not, or this and that, it is kind of like a somebody wrong statement. It is kind of like a somebody when you try to give the answer, and if you try to kind of like explain that how did you did this thing, or how did you kind of like did something good or bad or stuff like that, you are always kind of like a simply losing the opportunity to grow. Okay, yeah, because if the failure happened to you, okay, yeah, it kind of like a simply for a reason, and you have to find that reason, and most of the time that reason kind of like try to tell you try again, and that's the only thing that we should supposed to be do. Okay, yeah. So if I'm kind of like looking back in time, at that time I was kind of like thinking that okay, what if I get 120 marks, so that means I can go to the engineering college. But I can realize right now why this thing happened, because I am not really good in studies, and if I try to do the engineering college, it might gonna take me almost like a 10 year to complete engineering college, because I don't really have that much credibility regarding about studies and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. So it's what it is. Okay, yeah. The parameter that we kind of like simply discovered right now regarding about judging the people regarding about marks and things like that, this system that we are created is right. We just have to believe in it. Okay, yeah. We just have to believe in it. Okay, so this is what it is, dude. Okay, yeah. But I don't know. Okay, yeah. I think that am I explained this thing very right or not? Still kind of like a very confusing, but I'm kind of like a thing that I believe I deserve to be wealthy because some reason is not kind of like a something way. It's not like basically I don't know. I don't want to attach that personality with me that I kind of like simply deserve this thing or that. The only one thing that I have to do, yes, I wanted to be wealthy, yes, I wanted to be rich, yes, I wanted to be kind of like only afford all the luxury that I could, yes, I want that. It's not really that I don't want that, but it's like that I wanted to earn that much effort, luxury and everything is because of my credibility, because of my work, because of the stuff that I would do. Okay, yeah, it's not because of kind of like I deserve. Like basically is this thing, if I wanted to be rich, that means I wanted to do something that make me rich. I don't want to become rich because I can deserve to be rich. No, not. I don't want to I am not really connecting with this statement. Deserve is something that ki probably you already think that you are great, and deserve is a kind of like a something that ki you don't really achieve, like other people are not really consider that greatness. So you are kind of like asking this question to the people that ki am I not deserve this thing. Like basically you are kind of like asking the question to other people that why are you not deserving me or things. So that it's a very fucked up question. Yeah, whatever. But this is like like I don't know you actually understand this thing or not, but this is my thought process regarding about stuff. I'm not really sure exactly right or stuff and that, but probably another thing na ki in the future things might be very different too. Okay, things might be something, I don't know, yaar. Like what will gonna happen in the future, I'm not really sure. Only one thing that I could do is that ki I don't know, just do better. That's it. All right, here's it. Thank you.